Sandy here, and today I am participating in Stretch the Sketch. It's where we take a sketch and either stretch it, shrink it, do all kinds of things with it, except use it as the way it is intended. So I have a whole bunch of photos from Guardians of the Galaxy in Disneyland. Not exactly sure which ones I'm going to do, and that isn't even Guardians of the Galaxy, that is Mr. Toad. We'll just get him out of there. Okay, now that I've gotten rid of that guy, let's see what I can do. All right, you guys, I really liked how this layout turned out. I wasn't sure. I was trying something a little bit different, but I just am really happy with the results. So this background paper is from a travel paper pad from the Paper Studio. And I got that on a super ridiculous clearance. And I felt like these kind of like globes, earthy, planetary type things were perfect for a Guardians of the Galaxy layout. And then I'm just using this paper here as my main inspiration. And I'm going through another paper pad just to pull out things that I think will work with it. And since I had two of those polka dotted ones, worked for me. Now, I've got a bunch of these photos, and I know that I'm using 6x6 paper pads. So my 4x6 photos need to be trimmed down just a little bit if I want to be able to use the 6x6 paper pad. Now, this is why I prefer the 6x8 paper pads, because I get a full photo mat plus a little bit of extra paper to play with, and that makes me happy. I don't have to, trim down any photos. Now, this tonic cutter is a pain in my rear end. I don't know what it is, but for some reason it shimmies up at the top, and then the two metal pieces, instead of sliding, collide against each other. And it's been so long since I purchased it, I don't even think there's any sense in me trying to get it rectified. I don't even remember where I bought it from. I just don't remember. But so I deal with the pain. See, I don't know if you were able to see that, but I have to shimmy it to get it to not, if I pull it up too far, I have to shimmy it to get it to not do that weird thing. But anyway, moving on. So there we go. I'm just going to go ahead and layer my two photos here. And then this looks like white paper, but it's not. It's actually glittered. And I'm going to create a fishtail banner on this side of it. And then we're going to glue it down. And even though the globes don't really match up from side to side, I really don't think it matters. And you can totally read that it is a 2-page spread going from all the way to the left, all the way to the right. So I'm not too concerned about that. Now, if this was like a stripe, I would make sure that my stripes lined up, just because it can be a little bit jarring, but this is kind of more of an organic feel. It's kind of all over the place. So like I said, I'm not super worried about that. So there we go. We're going to put those two there, and I made sure to have the Guardians of the Galaxy here on the first part of it. Now I'm just trying to figure out where I want my photos to go, and then I also have mats, or these 6x6 papers to mat them. So I'm making sure that happens as well. And we're going to trim those off. Now, I did not trim the photos down on the 4-inch width size. So if I put the photos all the way across the page, they're going to span the entire page, which is totally a look you can do. All right, just trying to figure out how I want them to go. I'm like, do I want them to layer up like this? How do I want them to be? How do I want them to be? And I take a few minutes to figure out my options, because really, since I'm stretching the sketch, like all of this over here is kind of unknown. You know, it's like the mystery. It's the part where I get to figure it out and make it happen. And I am, as you can see, struggling a little bit to figure out how in the world I'm doing this. And then I decide to put these two together like this and have I'm just watching myself. Sorry, I got distracted by what I was doing. And I'm like, come on, Sandy, get it figured out. So I decided to tuck these two photos in. Oh, goodness. Oh, goodness. If I'm boring myself, I hope I'm not boring you guys. No. This is like my third straight voiceover of the day. And for some reason, just sitting here talking into the microphone makes me really sleepy. I don't think I could ever be a DJ on a radio station because just sitting here talking, just like to you guys, like I'm talking to you guys, but nobody is interacting back with me. Like that kind of, I would definitely fall asleep at the radio station, and that wouldn't be good. I'd get fired. My career would be over. It would just be all kinds of bad. All right. I finally figured out how those photos needed to go down on the page, and so it's good. Now, as you can see, I do have a gap underneath of some of those photos, but that's okay. I'm going to take care of that. You don't have to worry about that right now. So these, shoot, man, my mind is blanking. This paper right here, I've seen people do amazing things with this paper, you know, cutting the circles and doing all kinds of fun things, but I'm not. Okay, I like the pattern, I like the mixture of colors, and I'm just cutting out the triangle-y things to put them over here on the layout. And that's just what I'm doing, guys. Like, everybody else can do those amazing things with this paper, and I'm just going to cut mine up, and I'm going to be totally good and totally happy with it because I like what I'm doing. So don't ever feel like, you know, I can't use this paper because I'm not letting it live up to its potential. Well, you know what? It's just a piece of paper. So if you want to gesso and ink on it, if you want to stitch on it, if you want to cut it up, if you just want to slap it down, whatever you want to do, it's paper. You're using it to its potential. Like, seriously, it's just a sheet of paper. And that is one thing that I have really struggled with off and on over scrapbooking, because you love a paper so much. You think you got to have the perfect photo. You got to have the perfect plan. You have to have the perfect technique. You don't. It's just a piece of paper. So then I decided to do this over here on this side as well, just to bring that triangle-y design from the left side over to the right side, since I'm stretching it across right here. And I stagger them like this, where it's like smaller, medium-sized, and big size. Like we're almost like we're doing Goldilocks over here, guys. And I'm cool with it. So I really like the this big colorful kind of thing sitting over top of this black and white graphic globe thing. I don't know what to call it besides a thing right now apparently, but I like it. I don't know why, but I do. So I'm trimming down this paper because I feel like I've got this, you know, big bold floralness all over the top of the page, and I need to bring it down a little bit to the bottom of the page to just have, you know, something going on. And I have no idea what I'm doing right now. I really have no idea what I'm doing. What are you doing? Oh, I had a moment. I legitimately, you guys, was like, what the hell are you doing, Sandy? Like, what? So these are my fringe scissors, and my friend Christina picked them up from Target for me because, you know, my Target didn't have them. Unbelievable. It's always frustrating to me to go into my Target and we not have something that I know that Targets have. It's just super frustrating. Like, you would think that I would be able to get some of this stuff, and I just can't. So the only thing I was doing was marking just to give me a guideline so I didn't, you know, accidentally cut my fringe all the way up. So I crinkle up the fringe and then I flatten down the fringe. And that is because I want it to be fringy. Like, I want that fringiness, but I don't want it to be like crazy fringe. And then I decided I needed to adhere these pieces down since I was going to be tucking the fringe up here. And like I said, this is where I take care of that gap between the white glitter paper that you really can't tell is very glittery and the photos that are sitting here. So this like takes care of that. You don't even have to really worry about it. And then I'm looking at this and I'm like, ugh, what is going on? So instead of moving up my photo, and basically I didn't move up my photo because I felt like it was going to cover up some good stuff on the other photo, I just decided to trim it. So I trimmed the photo down, slapped it back on the background paper that I matted it on, and then trimmed that down as well. And that takes care of my photo ending where the fringe does, and also takes care of the fact that I am not covering up too much stuff in the photo. So I'm going to add the adhesive down for these triangles over here. Just going to get them all put in where they need to go. And then I adjust them a little bit because I didn't like the gap that that small triangle had between the photo and the glitter paper. It just made me uncomfortable. I didn't like that awkward gap of black space there, so I just arranged it a little bit until I liked it. Okay, so gotta get the fringe put on the other side as well. And I just kind of line it up and tuck it under because, hello, top down scrapper. And then on this side, the photo covers up the fringe, but I'm more okay with it on this side because I felt like the fringe was ending in something, like it culminated over here on these triangle pieces, so I was okay with it. Totally not okay with it on the right side. I'm taking my Muji pen and I'm just outlining these pieces right here, and I think that that just added to it. If I would have thought ahead, I could have even stitched them, but you know, I didn't think ahead that much. I just decided a nice black line. So here is the Horizon project pad, and I'm just using some stickers from it. I'm going to build a little cluster over here. I had to reference my sketch because I hadn't referenced it since the very beginning. And then that photo on my lock screen is my husband and I on my high school graduation day. So we've been together a while. Love that dude. Let's see if he watches this video because he'd make a comment that I called him dude. Yeah, sometimes he watches my videos, sometimes he doesn't. I make little comments sometimes during my videos just to see if he watched that one. So he either has not watched the one where I did the crafty tag, or he just hasn't said anything about it yet. But we'll see. But I mean, he does. He watches my videos. He heard me talking about the Chamel scissors in one of my videos and bought them for me. So I know he watches. Okay. So I decided to pull out some stickers. Now that poor sticker got ripped in half. So the project pad stickers are like paper stickers. They are not cardstock stickers. So yeah, they rip easily, but it's okay because you can put them back together. So then I wanted to bring in something, and I wasn't exactly sure what. And I decided to go with around the galaxy. I think that's what I wrote. I did not use world because, you know, it's Guardians of the Galaxy, not Guardians of the World. But don't worry, do not worry whatsoever. I used that world on another Disney page. Oh goodness, excuse me. I got so excited about another Disney page that I choked. So there we go. So I have around the, and I also have travel. So technically, I guess the title could be travel around the galaxy, or that could just be a word. I do like decorating with words, so it works. Plus, I don't know what it is, but I really love these colors on top of the black and white. I've always been a fan of black and white and pops of color, but like this just really makes me happy. And I'm not exactly sure why I'm not doing anything on this page, but, you know, just take a moment and enjoy the page. It's like, Sandy, come back. Come back and scrapbook this page, Sandy. Okay. Going to have to edit this out. Okay, so I just paused that and then edited it out a whole bunch of time where the only thing you saw on the screen was this layout. So I must have gotten up, gone to the bathroom, got a drink, searched for things. Whatever I was doing, it was not working on this layout. So I've pulled a sticker sheet, and it has the copper on it. And I decided, no, I didn't like that camera there, so I put it over there instead. You know, you got to do what you got to do. Adding some more of the copper up there because, you know, I brought in the copper title, so I felt like I needed to bring other copper things. So I moved that sticker. That is the good thing, though, about those sticker sheet stickers. They move around and pop a lot. So, like, that one, not so much. That one didn't want to peel. The sticker did not want to peel off of each other. So, you know, just use a little pop dot because that thin sticker down there was, you know, it's a thin sticker. So I felt like I needed to give it that little bit of heft behind it. So I have these copper letter stickers, and I'm trying to figure out what I'm going to do. If I'm going to use them, and I'm like, nope, you know what? I'm just going to pull out some more of these stickers because I love them. And then I have to center that a little bit better, and then it gives it that little pop of color in there as well. And then I decided to add one of those bad boys there. And then I'm thinking Guardians of the Galaxy. I got some travel words going on here. What better thing to do than to add some suitcases? And plus it just adds a little bit excitement to this page, you know? I thought I really wanted it to be on the, but no, not really where I wanted it. Oh, I guess I moved to travel. Huh. So surprise to me too, people. I had no idea. This is what happens. So I am on this like creative high almost right now. I'm supposed to be prepping for a retreat. I'm supposed to be like cleaning up my room, packing stuff up, picking photos, but I am just on such a creative high. I am popping out the layouts. Like it's just happening. And I just don't remember. I've probably done 50, 60 layouts so far this month, and I just keep popping them out. So I don't remember the process and the details for all of them. So while I am trying to figure out what I'm going to be doing around here, I'm pulling out Galaxy is what I'm doing. Be sure to check out everybody's links down below. So the Stretch Your Sketch YouTube Hop is a monthly thing. We do it usually on the third Sunday of each month. And it's always a fun time. we stretch and smush and do all kinds of things with the sketch. So usually it's a 12 by 12 sketch. Sometimes we stretch them to double pages, sometimes we shrink them, sometimes we make traveler's notebooks layout, sometimes it's a pocket page. You name it, we do it with the sketch. So just be sure to hit subscribe, ring the bell so you get notifications, and then check out everybody else's channel and go ahead and subscribe to them too. That way you're going to get all kinds of inspiration, not only for Stretch the Sketch, which is a monthly thing, but also from their channels throughout the entire month. It's always awesome to get as much inspiration as you can. I subscribe to a lot of channels, and I just love, having all that inspiration, and feel like my scrappy and crafty friends are right here with me when I scrapbook, because I do watch videos usually while I'm scrapbooking. So I'm using that Tonic Deluxe Adhesive Glue, or Nuvo Deluxe Adhesive. It's clear drying craft glue, and love this stuff so much. It's the only, I know I've been saying this a lot in the videos, but it's the only liquid glue that I've stuck with and have used, and I can actually visibly see it going down in the bottle. Other liquid glues I haven't, they haven't stuck. I think that's like the second time I did that too, but stuck glue, okay. So yeah, anyway, I'm putting this glue down because I have these stickers going on top of a glitter paper, and glitter paper is already hard enough to get stuff to stick to, so I just needed to add that extra bit of adhesive to get it to actually be there. Okay, pushing that down, almost said something vulgar, pushing that down, and just trying to get everything stuck down to where I'm feeling comfy about it. And I gotta say, I love this layout. It's definitely my style, but it's not my normal kind of thing, so it gives me great joy. All right, guys, I will catch you again next month for another Stretch the Sketch, and I will see you again soon.